nothing crazy.
You look like right now, brother. Sam can hear me. Comments, love it. Big Face jersey. They know what it is.
Face.
Can't be cheap. It's a rich man right here. Rich man. It's the Light Years podcast money, baby. Come on, we're doing good. Let's go. We got a lot of reads today, brother. Good. Not a lot. Same old.
You know how it goes. All right, give me one more second here. Yo, I appreciate everyone here. We're getting this party started. Oh, the NBA season is officially back, Andy Lou. The Warriors are back. The Warriors played on NBC. Actually, the Warriors played half the game on Peacock. Let's be real. But the Warriors are back. They beat the Lakers. And guys, presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Use the promo code WELCOME, one and all, to Light Years. Oh, that felt good. Andy, let's just start right there. Let's just start right there.
All right.
Warriors beat the Lakers in a game where I would argue the score was misleading. The Warriors win by 10 points. It never really felt that close to me. Maybe I'm just reveling in Warriors. I don't know what you want to call it right now, but I don't know. I thought that was a solid showing. I think there's a lot of positives to get into it. And I think more than anything, we're back.
Yeah, man, that was a very professional, clinical win for a Warriors team that I think, I don't know about you, we'll get into it, but I don't know if I expected necessarily this type of win game one. I thought it was going to be a little more painful, but Sam, it felt like they played their B to B plus, I think, game. There are a lot of players that play very well, but Steph was okay for Steph standards because he was coasting. And honestly, they didn't need to play him. Like, Steph played 32 minutes tonight, so it was fine. It was the type of win that I think if you're a team that wants to win 52 games this season, a lot of people have the Warriors winning 52 games in a top 4 or 5 seed. These are the type of wins, right? It's just easy game. It's just an easy game. Nothing was difficult. Nothing on offense was difficult. The Warriors had open looks every single possession. The defense was great. They just let Luka get whatever he wanted. Luka gave it all back. I said, like, we need to do 50 more of these because we don't need the close games. We don't need Steph doing nights at the end. We don't need like crazy endings, right? This is just a business-like performance. What Stephen A got for us here, brother?
I think we need to say this before we really get into it.
Yeah.
This is really what happened.
The Lakers stink.
Just a fact. This team will not. The Lakers not making the play-in. That's my prediction right now.
They're not great.
They look awful. But with that said, like, I'm not going to downplay this Warriors performance. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to start at the top right now. By the way, I want to hear from everyone who's in here. We already got 600 people in the room right now. Let's get up. Let's get that up, guys. Let's get that up. Everyone hit like and subscribe right now. Give me a like and subscribe right now. Jimmy Butler didn't really play in preseason. And I don't really I get it. He's had some kind of like ugly divorces entering other teams. And he's not like the flashiest player. Like, you kind of have to really love basketball to appreciate Jimmy Butler. Like, he's not a highlight machine. He's just a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and So he didn't play in most of preseason, and I would say the Warriors most of preseason didn't look all that amazing. It was kind of
Yep.
like grinded out
Yep.
type of stuff. Well,
Yep.
shows up today. Turns out the ankle was fine. Turns out
Never
he's
hurt.
fine. And I just dominant performance. Just it looked exactly like last year. I don't know what else to
Yep.
say. It looked like people want to continually say, "Oh, easy schedule, short this." Sure, some of that's probably partially true. But what I know is when you got Steph dragging 2 to 3 defenders, and you got a
Yeah.
guy like Jimmy who is a Hall of Famer, they're in a good position every night, particularly when you play against a mediocre team like this.
Well, he can average 31 points every night if teams are just gonna double Steph. And Sam, what do you think? Are teams gonna keep doubling Steph? What do you think? Year 17? You think teams are gonna keep? Yes, teams are gonna keep doubling. The game is so easy for him. The last 5 minutes were a complete joke. The crunch time wasn't even crunch time because literally every possession it was two guys running
big
at
face.
Steph.
Big face right now.
Big
face
How
FC
much?
jersey.
How much was that? By the way, how much was that? Jimmy's been known that man is.
It was not sticker. I'll put it that way. I used connection. Because
Yeah.
when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna buy it." And I looked at the price. I'm like, "No, no chance."
150, gotta be. But hey, look, he's worth every dollar to get the big face FC jersey. If he's gonna go for 31 tonight and 16 for 16 free throws, 60. I actually don't know. Kevin Durant didn't do. I'm not saying he's better than KD, but like even in the peak KD days, he wasn't going to line 16 times. I don't actually know. The last time I remember a Warrior going to line 16 times was probably Corey Maggette. I'm gonna be honest, and that was when we were teenagers. So I have it's just
particularly the way because like KD would have his 10 to 12 free throw games, but it'd come with 20 shots.
Obscene.
It wouldn't be 18 free throws and what was his field goal total tonight?
14.
Yeah.
14.
Anytime you have more field goal attempts than free throw attempts, that's one could call it grifting. or one could just say the other team doesn't know how to fucking stop fouling you.
I mean, the funny part is Luka Doncic shot 10 free throws tonight.
The Lakers stink.
Austin Reeves shot 10 free throws tonight. Jimmy outgrifted both of them, which is the
Lakers stink.
Single greatest guy at getting at I've seen like in the 40 games that we've now watched Jimmy. He doesn't blow by guys with like a crazy first step. He just gets by him with a nice angle. Like he'll put his head under a guy, get that one step by him. And then once he knows that he's by you, he's going up. Like he's going into you and then he's going sideways. And then he's getting an auto whistle every single time. It's actually, now that we're rooting for a guy like this, I feel like it's, we got to appreciate this type of basketball now, Sam. And it makes the game a lot easier for everyone else, because the Warriors shot 29 free throws tonight. 29 free throws. The Lakers shot 28. That's like he single-handedly turned the whistle into a neutral. I mean, I guess you could call it a neutral whistle. where usually if it wasn't for him, it wasn't for Jimmy. I mean, the disparity tonight would have been ridiculous. So yeah, he was the best player on the floor, best player on the Warriors tonight. I mean, he's. Your point about I guess he wasn't hurt. I guess he really wasn't hurt. I guess he was fine because he played 35 minutes tonight, Sam. Because he was good.
And I just think we also need to remind everyone.
The Lakers stink.
Sorry, it's not going to get old for me. It's not going to get old for me at all. If I want to get nuanced with it, I'm going to say like maybe we should calm down the victory lap because this is not a team.
Well, no, Luka played 41 minutes tonight just to keep him in the game. He played 41 minutes tonight. If Luka played a normal allotment of minutes, 32, the Warriors would have won by 25 points.
Yeah. No, you're right. If you played 36 minutes, they win by 20 points. Yeah. No, you're right. Like I mean that's part of it too. The other main story of the game was my guy. Always a fan, never wavered. Mr. Jonathan Kuminga pushed into the starting lineup tonight. Look, let's call it out. He was pushing the starting lineup. We thought he was going to start on Sunday after a conversation with Danny. We knew this was a good matchup against the Lakers. But with that said, you can say it's a good matchup on paper. You can say you saw it coming. You can say this is Steve rewarding him for a good camp and a bunch of things. I loved the performance tonight. And I didn't even love it because of him getting hot from the 3-point line in the third quarter, although that was nice. I'm not going to lie. I loved the energy and attention to detail he showed all game. If he plays like this, he will be a mainstay in the rotation, and there will never be any questions from me in terms of him. And by that, I mean, it's the 8 rebounds, it's the 6 assists,
Yep.
it's the buying in to do the little things. It's the focus on doing the little things and not worrying about your scoring, because eventually your shots are just going to come your way. Like I could not draw up a better game for Kuminga than this. And again, the Lakers are not a good defensive team, and he's had success against this Laker team in the past. But with that said, like, this is exactly what I wanted to see from him coming into the season.
He's doing everything he can to play the way that Steve Kerr wants this team and him to play, and you're seeing it work out in real time. Probably one of the better Kuminga games that I've ever seen. Even in the first half, he was 1 for 5. To me, I was like, it's fine because he's doing everything that you're saying. I mean, I don't want to reiterate back to you, but 9 rebounds is and who was the person that got that big rebound, offensive rebound at the end of the game that led to the Steph 3? Like, who was the guy that, like, usually that guy is Kevon Looney, right? Usually that guy. I mean, we've seen Andrew Wiggins do that. Kuminga was the one that did that tonight, right? Usually that's Pods. We've seen Pods do that a couple times, right? But that was Kuminga tonight, doing all the stuff that I think winning role players do. He did all of that. And then on the other hand, I think I saw maybe 1 isolation play from him, maybe 2, and one of them he got fouled on. And one of them he turned the ball over. But like beyond that, that's exactly what if he's gonna play like that, he's gonna play 30 minutes a game. Tonight he played 33 minutes and he closed the game, by the way. He closed the game, and in my opinion was the right decision.
By the way, more important. A more important tell to how well he's playing that he closed the game. Because Steve has been known to start him over the years, but like closing is a true meritocracy statement by Steve.
Oh yeah, because tonight he essentially closed over Pods tonight. And the GP2 played at the end to essentially play some defense. And so that was just big time. The playmaking, I think, was something new that I think he's improved on. I think the growth part is the playmaking. I think the rebound, he's always had it in him. The shooting, we'll see. He shot the ball really well tonight. The finishing, he's always got it. Like, if he's athletic, he's cutting to the rim. Like, that's big. But it's a playmaking. I think you and I, we sat here 4 years ago, year 1 of Kuminga. You remember you pointed out the passing was underrated. I think it's at a point now where it's like, okay, like, let's see if he's got that secondary playmaking ability now. That's huge. Then that becomes something that if he's playing off Jimmy in the second unit, if he's playing off Steph, if he's setting the screen and he's coming down and getting 4-on-3 or something like that, then yeah, man, it's a great start. To he's bought in. He's bought in.
And that's kind of the part that's most exciting for me, because I can talk through all this. I do believe he's always had some level of playmaking in him. And I think a team like the Lakers, who are not good defensively, particularly without LeBron, like, it's easier when a team's not good defensively for you to show your offense a little more comfortably, right? Like that's how it goes. Bad defense, duh. The part that really excites me is I do think he's fully bought in, and I actually think in some ways, although I bitched and moaned all summer and we complained all summer, and I still have my feelings that, like, it shouldn't have got there. The fact that I would say both sides were dissatisfied with the way summer played out led to maybe some reality checks and some maturity happening on both sides. Like, the Warriors tried to trade him. They couldn't get anything that they wanted for him. He tried to get a bigger contract or get out of town. Those options weren't there. If you are honest with yourself, you go through that situation professionally, you get mad. And then if you're mature about it, your second answer is, okay, what do I have to do to actually get what I want? And I think that's what we're getting right now. I think we're getting year 5 maturity. He didn't get the big contract he wanted. He didn't get the opportunity he wanted. And you could argue maybe this lock-in should have happened earlier, but it doesn't matter. Everyone matures at a different rate. Now it's here. And that's what it looks like to me. It looks like a guy who, put the past behind him. What did our guy Clay used to say? Past throw a pass behind me like a ponytail or something
Oh man,
ridiculous
what
like
a
that.
legend! What a legend! That was the
Um,
quote. Wow.
it does come across to me like the summer was not for waste on his side,
That's a
and
great.
he can't really ask for anything more.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. And if this is what we're gonna get, if everyone's gonna be motivated because ultimately winning, buying in gets everyone what they want. It's going to get Kuminga the minutes. It's going to get him money. It's going
Yes,
to get him the
that's the part.
opportunities he
Yep.
wants. And then from the Warriors' perspective, yeah, dude, the better he plays, the better they are. He adds a dimension to their team when he's locked in. He is the best athlete on the team. He does have physical tools that none of the other wings do. So, like, yeah, maybe this offseason was worth it. If this is what we get, it was totally worth it.
Yeah, I agree, and there's still plenty of minutes for guys that I think we'll get on later in the show, like Moses Moody, to even help this team further. But if he's gonna play like that, it's an easy 30 minutes a game, easy. That he's gonna play because it's just before the end of the game where they punched the lead back down at the end, but he was plus I think 18 when he left the quarter in the third quarter. I remember looking at that and it felt like it. Like, it felt like it when they made that lead. And it wasn't a lead where he was just standing around in the corner. It was a lead where it was him. He was cutting to the ball, cutting to the rim, cutting to the rim, making open threes, making the right passes. He had a couple of big passes down to Draymond and down to GP2. So I don't know. I'm very bullish now after watching this, but we'll see. We'll see after a couple of weeks. But I mean, we did see this in the preseason a little bit. I think Tommy pointed out, I think in the last show, it was like the playmaking was there in the preseason. He was trying to fit in, and now in the regular season, I mean, just I couldn't have gone any better. Yeah.
Does it make you excited for Thursday? Because now they play the Nuggets on Thursday. And it's just these things build upon each other. I really do believe this is a good team.
Oh, yeah.
I know when Steph, like, you know how they're a good team? Steph could play decoy most of the game.
Oh, he's cruising.
And they're winning. We didn't even talk about Will Richard, who looked awesome in his role. Like, there's so many things, and I want to get to it all when we get to the Goons in like 1 minute.
Okay.
We'll let them bring every take up, and we'll start responding to that stuff. But, like, that's kind of how you know this is a team where I would say if they don't win 50 games, I will be disappointed. That's kind of how I'm looking at this team right now. Like, I predicted them to win more than 50 games. I think they're legitimately a 50-plus win team. I think they're going to go through rocky patches when guys don't have health. But when they're healthy, they should roll. They should be the team that, if Jimmy and Steph play 8 games together, they go 7-1. And then, maybe Jimmy sits a game or Steph sits a game or something like that. But it's like one of those things where if you have those main 2 guys and they have like 12 or 13 guys who can play off of those guys, they should be able to roll games when they have their main guys. And that's kind of exciting. Because that does give you the opportunity to build in that buffer that they didn't have in the past. They really haven't had since 2022.
I saw, and we got to get to some reads here, but I did see some Laker fans as chill as they are as always after one game, no overreactions. But they did bring up a good point, like that I thought it was. Look, the Warriors came into this game and they were 5 guys, 6, 7, 8. They went 11 deep tonight, and everybody knew what they wanted to do. Everybody was locked into what was the style of basketball that the Warriors play. The Lakers, no clue. That's what they were saying. That's what Lakers fans were saying. Where it was like they looked like they hadn't even played with each other before, which again is true because Luka didn't play with one another. LeBron's not even on the court. LeBron was there tonight. I think we saw maybe one picture of him. Like that's the Lakers style, man. Like you got a ton of talent on that team, but at the end of the day, like
do they have a ton of talent?
I mean, they have Luka and Reeves. Like that's a lot of talent. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So they got some high end guys I would like, but.
Yeah,
I mean, can we say it real quick? How many players outside of those 2 play more than 5 minutes on the Warriors tonight?
Well,
maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes in the Warriors rotation. Rui Hachimura.
He would play. He could shoot. He would play
10 minutes.
I think maybe not more than 20 minutes, but yeah, 10 to 15.
Ayton?
No, I mean probably not.
Jackson Hayes?
No, absolutely not. Gabe Vincent might. He's kind of washed. So maybe like 2, 3.
Gabe Vincent's behind Pat Spencer on the Warriors rotation.
Oh, I don't know. You know, Steve likes his old vet, so like maybe he's definitely behind Will Richard. I'll tell you that. He's definitely behind Will Richard. But I mean, you're right. I mean,
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. Fuck Marcus Smart. That was embarrassing tonight. What he was doing out there. That was absolutely embarrassing. He was willfully
He was doing
going
what
out.
people. He was doing what people claim Draymond does.
He's going out there. Yeah, exactly. He's going out there trying to injure people. I made a joke that Steph, kind of got lucky with the call. Oh, they upgraded that to flagrant run. And then the Mentions got at me. And then I watched a replay of Marcus Smart trying to rip Steph's shoulder. I'm just like, this guy's a fucking clown, dude. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Marcus Smart. Let's go with some reason. Let's go to some goons here. Light Years Podcast, we are brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can't get you paid. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this new promo we got. 99% off Stephen Curry max discount. Pick the more or less on 0.5 points. I mean, there's no less, guys. Pick the more on Steph Curry, 0.5 points. 99% off Steph Curry max discounts. That's what we got for you guys right now on Light Years. Download the app today. Use the code LightYears. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. Oh, one more thing. Prize Picks only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So let's move this away from football now. We got basketball locked in now, man. If you had Şengün tonight, all the Moors, you would have hit on all the Moors. Maybe SGA, you would have hit on all the Moors. No Jalen Williams, so he's getting looks up. Jimmy Butler, you can throw him in there. Thursday night against Denver, I mean, Jokic is probably going to hit all the Moors, right? So that's a fun one. So it's easy. Download the app today. Use code LightYears. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LightYears. LightYears to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Good to be right. And you know what else is good? It's good to be comfortable. And you know what the number one way to get comfortable? Wear some underwear that feels good. Look, guys, you know how I feel about this. Look good, feel good. Nothing makes me feel better than a good pair of underwear that has that perfect cross-section of flexibility but structure. You don't want it too loose. You don't want to be like flopping all over the place. But you also don't want it too tight because then you're just going to be in a bad mood. It's like the metaphor of having a stick up your ass. Like literally, you're going to fucking hate your life doing that. And that's why I like Skims. Skims, best boxer briefs I've ever worn. Comfortable. Just everything about it is amazing. Wearing them right now. At some point on this pod, I might just pod in only Skims. We'll see. Maybe if the Warriors get to 60 wins, that might happen. That's my... Actually, I don't know if the chat will root for that. But anyway, I'll put that out there. Guys, shop Skims Men's at skims.com. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. That's skimsmen's.com. All right, let's get to the goons. Is it time, Andy?
Let's go. Let's load. Light Years Gooners, let's go. Come on.
Who's trying to come through right now? What do we got?
A lot of people. We also got over 1,000 coming up, man. Let's go. Game 1. Just game 1.
YouTube and you want to call in? I dropped the link on the YouTube chat. Just come through on playback. You can join right now.
Classic Stevie. Will Richard looks like he's in his 7th year. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, we know you think that. That's for sure. Oh, Will, let's go. Kick us off. Lead off. Let's go. Will, you might have muted yourself if you're talking.
Will, you there?
He's probably just talking. I'm gonna. Can I unmute him? Oh damn! I can only mute him. Okay. All right. Will. We'll try.
We'll
again.
Call back in. We'll go elsewhere. Oh, there he is. He's come back. We'll give Will one more shot. If this doesn't work, we're gonna move to someone else, and then we will bring Will back. Obviously Will's gonna get a shot. I'm just saying we're not.
My boys.
There we go.
We got the mic working. Oh my god. Nothing like starting the season with a belt to ass for the Lakers, my friends. That is awesome. Anytime because I live in LA, man. I'm from the Bay originally. I was in a bar tonight filled with Lakers fans. Just the satisfaction is indescribable. The first question I got is, will Richard Muse available right now? Is that the new stat Muse? We're going to go out for that.
Oh,
Will
boy.
Richard Muse, man. When he caught that air ball on the baseline and put it back in for 2 points, I'm like, this guy's in the right place at the right time. He hits a three when Steph passes him the ball in the corner. Steph's going to remember that. Big Will Richard guy. I didn't expect to start the pod talking about this much Will Richard, but I love it. Dude, I was hate watching Kuminga.
Will's got to stay together, bro.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Am I right? You know, with Jonathan Kuminga, man, I was hate watching to start. I can't front. He put us through hell this summer. With that being said, if he plays like that, I am like all the way back in because it was the playmaking, man. 6 assists, second on the team tonight. Like, when has Kuminga been great with, finding teammates for baskets? He was unbelievable in that regard. You guys mentioned it. The rebounding numbers were great. I'm just floored by what this guy can do. And if I'm doing Bay Area radio tomorrow, my comparison to Jonathan Kuminga is Alex Smith from the 49ers because you remember Alex Smith when he started the first 4 years, just completely down. The fan base was out. But year 5, similar to Kuminga, picks it up. Fan base starts to rally around him. You guys remember that Saints playoff game that was crazy in the Bay. I mean, if it wasn't for Kyle Williams dropping 2 punts, we're probably in the Super Bowl with Alex Smith. But Kuminga, man, like
remember pain.
With how good our roster is, man. And I believe this is the deepest roster we've had probably since 2018. I believe that in my heart of hearts.
18. Wow.
Actually,
deepest.
I'm not saying better. I'm just saying the deepest since then. I liked everyone on the floor, but Kuminga was great. Buddy Hield, man. He's building off the confidence he had. That game 7, I mean, he had some huge threes in the second half tonight. So, I'm just all the way back in on that. We've got Melton coming back. We've got Moody coming back. Boys, I'm just through the roof. I think we can do a little bit better than I thought. I know the Lakers are not a good team, but Steph didn't even really get it cooking. It wasn't just like a normal Steph game. It's pretty much what he does, unfortunately, when it comes to Staples. But, dudes, talk to me. Andy, you kind of agree with me. This feels like the deepest roster we've had in 6-7 years.
And the thing is, Moody didn't even play tonight, and
I know.
he's probably one of their better role guys. Yeah, and wow, yeah. Anyway,
Melton guys, Melton.
Yeah. This is a team that the more you watch games like this, as long as the top 2 guys are healthy, that's really all they need. If they can get Steph and Jimmy to play healthy games, they can just roll in the next 6 or 7 or 8 guys on a nightly basis where there are going to be nights where Moody's going to be hurt. That's fine. You got Will Richard. If Will Richard's slumping, that's fine. You got Seth Curry. It is, man, I'm still rolling over that comment, Will. Deepest team since 2018.
Think about it, man.
2022's up there, but yeah, it's fucking right.
Horford to me, he's still working out the chemistry, but it's clear, when he gets 10, 15 games in, this thing's going to hum at a different level. We haven't had a guy like that that's so fluid at that size probably since JaVale. And JaVale does not even a spacing guy, obviously.
No,
you know what I mean?
And doesn't have the defensive IQ.
Exactly.
And I think the more you think about it too, that's why, and the comment brought this up, there's a reason why Kevin Pelton's model said what it said. And a lot of the sharps really kept saying the same thing, which was, this is a 55-60 win team because of the amount of winning role players that they have. And the icing on the cake tonight was Kuminga being that winning role player.
Yeah.
If he's going to be the winning role player, then you can.
Sky's the limit, man.
I was going to say, you can shoot it to the moon. You can shoot it to the moon.
What do you think, Sam?
Yeah. Sam's too happy.
Sam's dialed right now.
Oh, I'm in a great mood, Will. I appreciate the take. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I was trying to clip your Alex Smith take for the last minute, and I ran into some technical difficulties because ultimately I'm a boomer, and I only have so many technical skills. You're asking me to multitask in a way that is just above my pay grade, below my age. Actually, it's the opposite, not above my pay grade, below my geriatric state. I loved your take on that front, and I agree with you. I do think this is the deepest. It's interesting because depth is only as useful as it is to play off of the stars you have.
For sure.
that make sense?
For sure.
And sorry, my mic messed up there. It's interesting because depth is only as useful as the stars you have to play off of. But this Warriors team legitimately has that, which is, I mean, their stars are older, but it's Steph and Jimmy. And then they have 12 guys that can play off of them that can give you different looks. You have this Kuminga who's like a super athlete who we're still not sure what he's going to be in the NBA, who can add a layer to. You got Pods who can do, Swiss Army knife. You have Will Richard who came out of nowhere this year, who looks like the quintessential 3-and-D guy. You add Horford, you add Quentin Post. Like there's just so many different pieces you can put around those key guys. So I don't know. It's just
dude. And Jimmy Butler, that performance he had tonight, man, like how aggressive he was. And it's insane that he looks in that good a shape at 36. You know what I mean? Like whoever his trainer is, like I would love to get like a flyer in and try to work out with this dude, because Jimmy looks like the most in shape guy on the floor in a lot of these. I mean, he's going to the rack, 16 of 16 at the line. He's just, man,
he looks ridiculous. He looks like he wants another contract extension. I mean, end of this year, he's going to ask for another one. I think is what's going to happen here. It's just the guy's getting paid one amount of money, and it's like everybody's been talking all offseason, like, oh, he's not worth it. Well, it's like, dude, this is one of the best second options. How many better second options can you name in the NBA better than Jimmy Butler? I mean, maybe like 2, 3, 4. Can you name 4?
He's a top 20 player. He might be player rankings are honestly kind of dumb if you think about it. Like they only matter in sense of like how much does it help for winning. What I know is Jimmy is one of the best winning players in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
probably not good enough to be the first option, but like I don't know. There's more talented players who would be worse second options than him on the Warriors. Like. Would they be better with Joel Embiid?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's an MVP.
I don't think so.
That's an MVP. You get what I'm saying? Like, there are guys who I think are excellent players who probably are better than Jimmy in like the traditional sense, but I don't believe the Warriors would be better if they were on the team.
Yep.
That's a fair take. Boys, we are 1-0. I will be talking to you guys Thursday. After we hopefully beat the Nuggets. Much love, guys. Let's keep this thing rolling.
Yes, sir.
And that's enough multitasking for me. Just ruining my mic, confused all over the place. I was doing like the podcaster version of like the old guy on a guy's trip thinking he still has it. Like I don't have it, dude.
That's oddly specific. That must have just happened. I love that. It happens to me every time. Oh, we got you locked in, brother. We got you back locked in.
It's okay. Where's Mike Mikas? I hear Mikas is in the chat. I hear he needs to come up on stage.
Just come up, Mikas.
Yeah, there we go.
Who cares?
There we go.
Come on, give us the
Mikas. Just so you know, I was gonna bring you up beforehand, but then I had like a geriatric moment. So
it happens. We're all getting old and washed. Not Jimmy Butler though. Jimmy Butler's looking pretty good. Better second option, Jimmy Butler or George Pickens? Because I mean, both looking pretty good.
Enough, brother.
George Pickens.
So I just want to say I thought Kuminga had a tremendous game, and I'm going to get back to Kuminga, but I want to start with the Lakers defense. They're really reminding me of this girl from my high school. Her name was Karina, and she was known as the $7 blowjob girl. And I guess I would say that the defense is similar because it's like anybody can get it, like just anybody. Doesn't matter who's on the floor, anybody can get it. It's just like Karina. No, but I would say I'm curious what you guys think. If Kuminga played like this until February, or even slightly better, could we move him for Giannis? Could we?
Relax, Joe.
These are the takes. These are the takes I need.
Really, the question is like, look, would we, if Kuminga played like this all season until February, and the Heat called and they said, we'll give you Wiggins for Kuminga, we'll just do a straight swap. Would you take Wiggins or would you take Kuminga? You've seen him win with Wiggins. He's a pretty good player. Can hit 39% from three. In the flow of the offense, old two-way. I don't know. What would you take? This version of Kuminga or Wiggins right now?
Sam?
I'm taking Kuminga.
Yeah.
You know where my feelings are.
Number one JK stan. Number one JK
I've been a day one believer the entire way.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Look,
respect.
I
Karina. I'm taking Karina.
I genuinely believe in him more so than I ever believed in Wiggins. And that doesn't mean I'm right. What Wiggins did in 2022 is a very high bar for
Totally.
Kuminga to clear. Like a very high bar.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's clearing that bar. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
But that's just me. I'll let Andy go.
I'm not gonna ruin the vibes. I'm taking Wiggins, but I'm not gonna ruin it. Because give us your Lakers take. I'm not gonna ruin the vibes. Come on.
No,
we're all high right now.
I hammered the under this morning. I put a serious investment in the Lakers under. I paired that with the Celtics and the Warriors and the Nuggets and the Thunder over. Feeling great about those 4 teams.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, and I took the Rockets under. Heavy Rockets under. I was sweating that early double. KD,
They're an interesting team.
man,
Very
calling
interesting team.
timeouts when you don't have them. The
Yeah.
ball is honest, as Draymond said. The ball doesn't
Chris Webber.
lie. Chris
Yeah.
Webber. They should have
tried.
lost right there. But hey, I'm loving it. And I thought that Kuminga played excellent. I thought the
Yeah, he
Lakers
was.
defense looked bad. And
Yep.
it was a great, good vibes win. And they just looked focused. They looked dialed in. They looked locked in. And look, last year they started 12-3. They looked locked in and dialed in there. But this year, it just seems like everybody's slotting into their right roles.
Yep.
Can't wait to see Melton back. I think Melton's going to look great. And I think that if everybody plays well, they will have some interesting optionality at the trade deadline come February is what I would say. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now. I'm feeling good. Feeling great. One game
That's-
back.
Yeah.
Love it, boys.
Appreciate you, Mikas. Much love. I forgot to ask him what he was drinking. I always ask him what he's drinking. I need to know. God, the Melton stuff fires me up. I don't know when he's coming back. Who knows? But Melton and Moody, oh my goodness. Because he talks about one thing. We'll get the next guy up here. We probably should get to a read soon. I don't know. You tell me. But like one of the things his team does, he mentions is, man, everyone's in the right role now. Like Buddy Hield, like they don't have to start Buddy Hield and be like, all right, you need to shoot 18 times a game and we need 23 points from you every night. No, it's, hey, buddy, come in. And if you're going to get hot like you do tonight, let's go. Give us an 18-point lead. If not, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like we'll sit you back down. It's all good, right? And they've got guys in the right. GP2, if you're going to miss dunks, see ya. See ya. So they just got the right amount of role players that Steve is going to do a great job of getting in there.
No, I have nothing else to add on that. It's a fun win. I'm very excited. I'm in just a great mood about this team. I said we pay a quick bill and then we'll get to everyone else. We got a few people calling in. We're getting to everyone on the list, so don't leave. But we'll get to you.
So that we've gotten Z-Biotics. I was at a wedding a couple months back, and one of the first things that they gave us before we started the wedding was a Z-Biotic. It's like, here you go. Here's one. Take 2. Take 3. I took one, and since then, I've been drinking one of these every time I go out for drinks. I'm a fantasy basketball draft last night. I didn't go crazy, just had 4, 5, 6, 7 drinks, but I took a Z-Biotic right before, and it worked like wonders the next day. It's called pre-alcohol. I notice a difference, man. Regardless of what I do, I wake up in the morning. I got a kid now. He's 1. He wakes up at 6:30. I take a Z-Biotic right before I go out for drinks, and I wake up and I feel great. That's really all you need to know, man. If I can do it, our listeners, they absolutely should too. So fall's here. That means it's time to enjoy cooler weather, some drinks out with your buddies. There you go. Go to zbiotics.com/lightyears to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Lightyears at checkout. Z-Biotics is backed with 100% money back guarantee. So if you are unsatisfied for any reason, they will refund your money. No questions asked. Remember, zbiotics.com/lightyears. Use the code lightyears at checkout for 15% off.
Guys, make this quick. You guys know the deal. They're back for you season 2. My favorite sponsor, Body Spec, guys. You get older, the most important thing is making sure your body's working right. And the only way you can do it is if you actually get a DEXA scan. It's not the 1970s, stand on a scale and you're like, oh, I weigh 187 pounds or something like that. Like, you want to know what's really going on in your body to start your fitness journey and get yourself on track. And what DEXA scan does is it's a highly accurate method of measuring your body's composition. So lean muscle mass, body fat percentage, visceral fat, the stuff around your organs, the stuff that can really tell you what is going on in your body. And what I love about our friends at Body Spec is they can get it for you for $45. Traditionally, these have been $200, $300, $400. They've not been accessible for the average Joe like Andy or me. They've been a thing that, Steph Curry gets them. Mac Jones gets them. Shout out Mac Jones. Pro athletes get them, but, you and I can't get them. BioSpec has made them affordable for all. So with the code LightYears45, you can get a DEXA scan for only $45. Locations in San Francisco, in LA, and mobile vans that will come to you. So literally they'll come to you, they'll scan you, it'll take 15 minutes, email your results, start your fitness journey, guys. Body Spec, code LightYears45, start your fitness journey. All right.
Let's rock and roll.
Who's good to
shit.
Who's coming
What's
through?
up? Oh shit, what's up, Ty?
Wow, the ice as soon as I get on the stage.
Bunch of haters.
It's so rude. Boys, are we
White Andy is here.
are we all the way back?
I never left.
Ah,
I
okay,
never
don't know if
left.
that's
I never
true.
I never left. Nobody has been a bigger believer in the Kuminga Jimmy Butler combination than me. So I don't know. I don't know who you're speaking to. Maybe you're in the wrong playback stream. But
I mean, I was asking rhetorically. Look, nobody was higher on this team than me. Andy saying, "Oh, maybe 48 wins if we're lucky." Sam was kind of soft pedaling it all summer. I said this.
Here we go.
I told
like
Sam
this.
and Jason this is the top 2 team in the West, and if they're healthy, I genuinely believe that. Were you guys overly impressed by the Thunder or the Rockets tonight? I mean, no J Dub for the Thunder. We can say that. That's very
kind of important. But
kind of important. Very, very, very good player.
Chet looked good.
Chet looked fantastic. Like, look, OKC's the juggernaut. We all know that. But like I said on the preview pod, are you taking them in 7 games over a healthy Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Al Horford, Will Richard, Jonathan Kuminga? Like, I just that was a very.
I like how Will Richard is like the second name in that list. Are you taking him over Steph Curry and Will Richard?
How quickly
That's
when
good.
Will Richard got the weak side steal, he came over, stole the ball in the post.
Yeah, he did.
Nice,
I know
nice
exactly what
pace
you're
in
talking about.
transition, throws the lob to GP2. How quickly did Steve have to change his pants?
Bro.
Dude, he was so excited.
I can't believe they put that clip on social of him just giddy going up to Jimmy. Just Will, it's pretty good.
Least surprised.
I'm just like,
Look at that cut.
Look at that cut.
I'm not surprised that that's his reaction. I'm just like,
The best part was Kuminga
releasing
sitting, like,
releasing
8
it.
feet away.
It's like making the OnlyFans like it's like anyone can come into here free for the day type of thing.
$7
Like,
blowjobs. It's like everyone's in on the joke. Everyone's in on the joke now. You know what I mean? Everyone knows Will Richard, that's Steve Kerr's favorite fucking player. So let's throw the clips out there. By the way, when he had that steal, I just kept thinking, dude, DeAndre Ayton is
Oh my God.
bro. He is detrimental to that team. He is just. Anyway, keep going, Tom. I don't want to cut you off. Keep
How
going.
long till we get JJ Redick's overly
Oh my
dramatic first
God.
performance of benching him? Because it's coming. It's
JJ's
like
a-
there's zero. He's gonna lose it for all the reasons you're mentioning. Like he's just gonna be like enough. And Jackson Hayes, I'd rather play you 48 minutes than deal with this.
Oh my God, yeah. JJ's another guy that's I can't
Literally,
stand.
there's going to be a point where he starts going to Jackson Hayes over Ayton. That's how bad Ayton was tonight. It's like he
Kind of did tonight.
he's like Minnesota Wiggins, right? With
Yeah.
He's like Wiggins if he never came to the Warriors, where it's just like the talent's there, but nothing ever connects. He never does anything important in any game that matters. But it was nice to see that Jimmy Butler's still a good basketball player. I heard a lot of chatter this summer about Jimmy Butler. He's just kind of like late stage Iguodala. He actually wasn't injured during the playoffs. He just decided to stop shooting the ball and stop going to the rim and stop getting fouled. These were all conscious decisions he was making. Didn't have anything to do with the fact that he broke his tailbone, like in the second game of the playoffs. But then I look, I gotta give a shout out to Kuminga. I mean, if he keeps playing like this, he will be a top 6, top 7 guy in their rotation all year. He's outstanding. More confident in his 3, good playmaking, and I think the most frustrating part with him actually playmaking now is like, this was always kind of there, and like he is being more conscientious about it, obviously. And I think his handle's gotten better. He's playing a more patient style of basketball. But it's like, dude, if you just would have done this last season, you would have gotten 4 years, $120 million, and nobody would have even like look at the contracts that Christian Brown, however you say his name, and Dyson Daniels got. And they essentially are just like doing what the Warriors want Kuminga to do. So if he keeps doing this, like I would be open to renegotiating in the summer.
I know.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves, but
yeah.
I do kind of appreciate that in the league, by the way. And Gio, I know you're about to join, but like the league is sending a very clear message of if you're a star, you're getting a max. If you're not a superstar, I would rather pay a guy who maxes out the things a third or fourth option needs than a guy who might have a little more juice, but like is in a first or second option. Like the league is rewarding guys who buy into their role and excel at their role, essentially. Like Dyson Daniels is never going to have the scoring talent that Kuminga has. No. But he may be a better player because he knows who he is as a player. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the thing that we're seeing around the league. And so, you know, I said at the top of the show, maybe that's what's going on with Kuminga. Maybe this summer was good for everyone to kind of have a reality check and reset expectations.
I mean, Draymond just had a good quote. I mean, he just said, hey, man, like Kuminga's he just said it. Slater was just posting it. It's like, hey, look, listen, if you're going to, when you ask for opportunity, you must deliver. And you're very vocal about having the opportunity. And he delivered, so it's very like sometimes it's just that simple too. I mean, I agree with you guys. Like, and then he delivers tonight with a performance that I think it's very much not. I think what probably JK wants to do deep down, right? Like deep down, he probably doesn't want to be like, all right, I gotta cut and I gotta set a screen or whatever. But it's like when he does, though, you look freaking great. That's what do you like? That was a $35
He wants to be Jimmy. He wants to be Jimmy. He wants to be Steph. And I'm not saying that as like a negative thing, but like he wants that role. And I think he's finally accepting, like, it's not the role I have here, so I need to make the best of the role I have, and then maybe I can get that role.
But I think Jimmy is instructive for him, right? Like, how did Jimmy Butler start out his career? You know, he was a dirty work, score 5 points a game, 10 points a game type of player. And eventually, if you build enough goodwill and trust within an organization, they're going to give you more leeway to, you know, take a bad mid-range jumper every once in a while. But yeah, I just thought he was super impressive, and it's like more of the same from the preseason, honestly. So if he can continue doing that, and like you said, Sam, like a Cam Thomas, Jamal Crawford type, who was great on the broadcast in the first game, I thought.
He was. Jamal's good.
Yeah, NBC they just make sports feel more important. They do the same with football. They present it better, and I think this wasn't, you know, outside of the nostalgia angle, like I wasn't like overly impressed what they did, but it just
with you with that.
It just seemed like the people on the broadcast liked basketball, which is like
T-Mac was really like happy when they asked him.
Seemed like they didn't have a bunch of clutch people who had an agenda first.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's just like, you know, they got stuff they can improve on, but like, you know, the game just felt like an important basketball games to start the season.
I was fired. It was really good.
Yeah, Mike Tirico was great. Noah Eagle's fantastic. Like they got a great lineup of people.
My favorite Italian.
Tirico.
No, Tony Vitello's my favorite Italian, but keep going.
My people. No, but look, man, it was a great night. And I expect more of the same from this Warriors team. I really do. Like, this is a team who is going to win 50 plus games if, again, for the 1,000th time, if they stay healthy. Yeah. So I just want to pop on and say hi, boys. I'll let you get back the rest of the goons.
Back to happy hour. Appreciate you.
All right. I will see everybody soon.
Much love.
Gio, what you got for us?
Yeah, honestly, I am so psyched. I mean, listen, I do think it's probably the best team we've had since like 2022. I'm gonna be real. Like, is it because like we have a star wing, and usually when that happens, we sort of like we do win. Like Steph with like an all-star wing tends to win a championship. Just generally speaking, like that year it was Wiggins that year, and then it was like KD, then it was Iggy. Usually, like a all-star level wing, Steph tends to win like a chip. That tends to happen. So I'm psyched. Like this team was good. Like I like the pieces. Like I think JK looks great tonight. Like if he keeps this up, like I mean, hey, like it's all worth it. Like if he keeps this up, he's like it's all good with me, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, and Honestly, I'm just psyched. Like I'm just ready for a Thursday because like I do think Thursday is like another test just to see like where we're at. Just to see where we're at. And then
Yeah, you're kind of sitting there like, man, if the Warriors win on Thursday, now
obviously
we're putting this thing in overdrive, right? We're
yes.
putting
Because like go ahead.
If you remember 2022 game 1, the Warriors beat the Lakers. The Lakers were one of the favorites to win the championship that year. I think they were
They were the
fourth. I mean,
favorite.
they're always at the
Yeah,
top,
yeah.
but they
They
and the
won
Warriors
last year.
won.
They won that year. They won like 20.
And that's what I'm saying. So that game 1, I remember I didn't even watch the game. I had to go back home and watch it. I remember I was at a concert on my phone. I was like, oh shit, the Warriors are gonna win. They're because the Warriors are underdogs that game, and so I do think that Denver game kind of feels the same, right? Where you're like, the Denver's. I mean, a lot of people are picking Denver to win a championship. So if the Warriors they're at home, everyone's healthy, or get in there. And I was at Tinashe, by the way. So the comments were I was at Hoobastank. No, I was at the wife wanted to see Tinashe. I mean, I was like, oh, Tinashe.
That's
Anyway,
nice.
yeah, I didn't know who she was until I saw her. Then I was like, oh, actually, it's kind of like Tinashe. But not about the music though.
Disgusting.
Anyway, go ahead, Sam.
Appreciate you, Gio.
Appreciate
No problem,
you.
no
Keep you
problem.
moving.
Thanks, brother. No, she's
I
good.
remember that. I was not happy with you, but what you gonna do?
Tonight she's a beautiful woman. Who's next? What's up? What's up,
What's
brother?
up, Eugene?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Appreciate the
We hear
patience,
you.
bro.
Yeah.
It's all good. What's up, boys? I didn't want to start with Kuminga. You guys already covered it, but very impressed. I don't know if you saw Aaron Turner getting his work in. Hard work earned.
It's my guy, The Rock.
Best agent in the NBA. No, like he had. I don't know if I
Puppet master.
thought so I could watch like the first couple minutes. He was frustrating me like hell in the beginning. He was taking those Kobe shots. He got bailed out by a foul once, but he locked in. So respect to that. If he can keep this up, love it. To the real star, though, man, Will Richard is the truth. Like,
Let's
honestly,
go.
like, when's the last time we had a rookie that could cut, play defense, somewhat shoot, and you would think like, oh, that's a good idea to put around Steph. It's been a long time to have a rookie that can like just do the things that we need a rookie to do around Steph. So like, I'm super excited about Will. Always was. Because I'm a Walter Clayton fan, so I was always watching.
Hell yeah,
Florida. But last thing, like it's really nice seeing Al on the floor. During closing, it got a little messy. Like I could tell he's still figuring out the passing lanes, but just having a big that can inhale rebounds and not worry about gang rebounding, like it was so nice to see. And like my main takeaway is once Melton is healthy, man, this thing is gonna hum. Like I've always been high on Melton. Our POA was like not the best, but I think Melton can solve a lot of those problems. And like, man, Gary, I don't like the dunk was cool today, but
we're
like
close to the end with GP2. We're close to the end.
man,
It feels that way.
It's like that dog you have. It's cute. You want to keep it, but you got to put it down at one point. And I don't know. This might be the season to do so, but. Excited. Let's see how Thursday goes, but always good to see you, boys.
Much love, man. Much love. Appreciate you, dude. Will Richard love is like every single person is Will Richard love. Every single person.
I mean,
I love it.
What's not to love? What's not to love, bro?
Real, because you know what it is, man. Like people that have watched the Warriors for, especially the winning version of these Warriors for the last 10 years, understand when they see a winning player. Like this is not shit or anything. They just understand, which is why like everyone that comes and calls us and texts us or whatever, they're just like, dude, like we've seen guys like Will Richard come through the door, and those guys fucking win every single time. Every single time. It's like
the Thunder has like 6 of them. You know,
Kason Wallace was awesome tonight. Awesome. He was unbelievable.
Dort, you know, they're all like facsimiles of the same type of player, right? You know?
Yeah. So. Dort annoys me, but you're right. Yeah. Dr. Thompson, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Man?
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
Dude, I appreciate you guys just holding us down in the off season, giving us content while the JK thing stood in the same exact place for months at a time. But
tough.
Yeah, got to add to the Will Richard propaganda. I have followed the game and kind of recorded clips as I go, just screen recording. And there was a file I had onto the side of my screen that had
like 12 separate winning plays that he made in the last preseason game. And so the more granular I get with him, the more I think that, like, there's this one play where he was running down the court and I watched Steph engage with him and tell him to run to a specific spot, and he did. And then like Steph reciprocated that and encouraged him for doing that. I don't see Steph get that excited with just any random person. So even the way that he's engaging interpersonally on the floor with his veteran teammates leads me to believe that this is a real thing. And I'm going to pour more gasoline on the Will Richard fire.
Yeah.
But I guess the one other thing I wanted to say is this: that was a sustainable win. That was maybe a B, and they won by 10. Now, it was cracking me up. I had no stress about this game all day because I realized that we were playing DeAndre Ayton and over the hill Marcus Smart. It just wasn't going to be that big of an issue. But I find that with this roster, I am genuinely enthusiastic about showing up to the computer screen every night and watching them play.
That's what it's really all about. Like, do you believe, are you willing to stick through it? We know we're going to hit some lulls this season. At some point, Jimmy's going to, back, ankle, whatever. Same with Steph. Same with Draymond. It's the fun of an older team. Those are going to be fun week-long stretches where we're just trying to talk through it a little bit. But I'm with you. Like, as long as something catastrophic doesn't happen, I genuinely believe in this team, and I'm willing to deal with the inevitable bullshit spells we're going to run through.
Well, I think the games are just easier to watch. Like I just think we spent 2023, 2024, and 2025 of last season just. Honestly, we were just so angry watching the games because it was just like, bro, it was frustrating. That's what it was. It was frustrating. And so a game like tonight where it's like, yeah, were there frustrating moments? Yeah, but most of the game, I was like, man, I was kind of cruising. I was kind of
because you believe in the upside of the team. If they lost the game, you'd be annoyed, but you wouldn't have an existential crisis.
No,
I feel like it was like an existential crisis.
We had a lot of crises.
Where because it was just kind of because you were just looking at, you're like, but it's not getting better. There's no answer. There's no answer on the roster to get this better. That was the issue for 2 years until Jimmy came, where I was just like, I like the young guys. But there's no there's no piece here that's going to be the juice that gets them back into real contention. It's just spinning your wheels as a play-in team, which is garbage, man. It's a garbage place to be.
So they lost rebounds by 8, and they turned the ball over nearly as many times as the Lakers, and they still won by 10 on the road. Come on. This is just sustainable basketball.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Calling again.
A lot of new. Actually, no, we've seen him before. We've seen the last 2 callers before.
Let's get 2. We got 2 other people to get through.
A lot of OGs, man. Appreciate y'all, dude. Appreciate the love. Who we got next, Sam?
It's a Will Richard episode. Fuck Jimmy. Fuck Kuminga. Fuck Steph. Will Richard.
Yo,
what's up, man?
New caller.
All right, here we go. Let's go. What's up, dude?
Yeah, Tanner. By the way, that's the name. But I gotta make some
Tanner
real quick. I see a Jimmy All-Star game. He's gonna make the All-Star game. Not gonna lie. And for sure, I see a top 5 defense, especially with Kuminga. The way he's playing, I feel like most of our guys are pretty locked in on defense. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really feel like we could be a top 5 defense for sure.
Oh yeah, Sam. Go ahead.
Totally agree. They were the best defense post Jimmy in the trade. I actually feel more confident about this team's defense than their offense. I'm still not convinced they have enough shooting. I think there's going to be spells where Pods and Kuminga are not hitting shots, and we're a little annoyed with it's just Steph and grifting. That's all we got, that sort of thing. But I do think this team has so many proven high IQ defenders that it's really hard for me to see them being a terrible defensive team. I think they're going to be a top 5 defense, pending health in general.
Yeah,
I'm with Sam.
I agree.
Yeah,
I really, even before the season started, I see a top 3-4 finish easily.
I love the Jimmy All-Star game take because I hadn't thought about it, but I bet I bet he wants it. I bet he just
I
wants
called
to
that
show.
one.
I
Yeah.
bet he wants to show people like, hey guys, I'm not washed. I'm not washed. I got
And
one
I feel
more.
like
I got one more of these in me, and really for him, all it's going to take is the right amount of health. I think they're going to win enough, and he's going to be positive enough that if he's healthy, if he plays like 40 out of 50 games in the first half of the season, I like that. I like that.
for sure. I feel like if we're a top 3-4 seed, easily Jimmy could be an all-star reserve easily.
Yeah.
I like it.
Every small forward that's really good is an all-star that plays next to Steph. This is why Jimmy does the Batman Robin thing. Like like Andrew Wiggins was an all-star. That was a different thing. But like Kevin Durant, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but you're right. Like it's a proven formula. If you're a good small forward, you're going to play your best ball next to Steph, and
it's easy living. It's easy living.
If Jimmy's healthy, I think it happens. Tanner, appreciate you, brother. Calling again. I'm not even thinking about that sort of stuff. I could totally see, because I hadn't thought about this until now, Andy. These dudes know Joe's putting him in a trade machine for Giannis.
All right.
These dudes know Joe's putting him in a trade machine for LeBron. A little added, like, just show Joe, like, hey Joe, I'm good too.
I think I'd rather have Jimmy than LeBron, but Giannis, yeah. I mean, of course you.
I would for sure. I can't justify it basketball wise because if LeBron's healthy, he's a better player. But I like Jimmy more.
The vibes. LeBron comes, it's LeBron's team. I don't know. Jimmy's kind of sold me. DS, take us home.
Probably the best thing about this game, fellas, was the look of LeBron's face on the sideline. He was like, they got Steph, Al Horford, and you idiots got me DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart's corpse. I'm getting out of here as soon as I possibly can. Come on, Bronny. We're leaving. It's over. It's a wrap.
Come on, Bronny is crazy. Come on, Bronny.
Dude, he was hilarious on the sideline. And we haven't talked about it, but like just a walking like passive aggressive expression at all times.
He was trying to do numbers in his head, trying to figure out what contracts match him and Bronny's in Dallas and New York and probably in Golden State too.
Yeah, no, I guarantee you LeBron is thinking about that Golden State that thing. I assure you. But yeah.
But what can we say about the game that all the other goons and you all haven't said already? The one thing that stands out and hate to be the kind of slightly wet blanket is you got to fix those post minutes. I think we need one more piece for that because that little bit of time he's a debacle. You got to be careful with Horford and Draymond's minutes at the 5. I think we need something else there, but that's about the only thing I can look down on right now.
Diaz, maybe 9 minutes tonight. Bad matchup, maybe that, right? Kind of the low side, maybe the bad matchup, right? Luka and Reeves are going to pull him out. Not every team has 2 elite ISO guys like that, pick and roll guys. So maybe just a bad matchup for him. So I give him a couple more games because I'm sure he'll hit like 4 threes on Friday.
I was going to say the same thing. So Denver's a great team.
Yeah.
If he's not guarding Jokic, like, do they have a ton of shooting in their second unit?
Yeah.
Should look better. Portland, they definitely don't have shooting.
Yeah,
so
good matchup.
I will be a QP warrior if we get through this week and he looks this bad against like a Portland. Yeah. But I'm kind of with Andy on it. Like Luka's essentially his nightmare.
Yeah.
Get you to one-on-one, step back, that type of thing. I don't expect him to hang there. That's not what I'm expecting from him is to be like a big contributor against Portland, teams like that. So, we'll see what happens later this week.
Yeah. Appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. You have a great evening, my man.
Sir. Hey, good slate of goons today, man. Much love. Let's go.
I say we call it a night. I appreciate everyone that called in.
Thank you all.